things are not going up the way that I generally would prefer for them to on this lovely Friday. I don't remember having made any predictions that it would go up on Monday though, so I guess that much at least is good.
Ouch. Yeah, the market has been pretty crazy. I actually made a really good bet here. I put all my money into a new one and actually made $1,000 off of it. So I was kind of excited about that.
That's fantastic. Yeah, which token did you select and why?
So it's called AMP. I'm basing all of my trading decisions on Coinbase. So it was just announced into Coinbase like a couple weeks ago.
And that makes sense. Yeah, the Coinbase app for those listening or following who don't know already. Coinbase is a centralized exchange, and they actually relatively carefully curate the tokens that they pull in. So sometimes it can be really, really smart to jump on the bandwagon there because they do some good research. Of course, I'm not encouraging anyone to not do their due diligence, but sometimes some really good things can happen that way. What was it that attracted you to AMP in particular, Phil?
So I'm not your average trader. I'll do a little bit of research, and I'm making like short-term bets here. So like out of every coin in the market, this was the only one that was showing any positive motion. So I was like, yeah, I'll throw everything into there because it's not falling as fast. Turned out to be a good move. I got in at 7 cents. This was last week. It's like Thursday. I pulled out yesterday, right when it hit the high of 12 cents. So almost doubled. I got out right at the top, which never happens.
Yeah, that never does happen, does it? It's really hard to make that happen anyway. I'll certainly say that for it.
Yeah, exactly. I would say I'm thinking about getting back in. It went down to 8 cents today. See if I can ride the elevator again. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I love riding the elevator. That's one of my favorite expressions in crypto trading. When I first started trading, I was doing some things where I would try to ride one up and then hop off to the next one, and there were kind of these cyclical movements that were happening. So I was actually able to do reasonably well. But ever since then, I don't know. I got into day trading, and I strongly encourage everyone to never day trade because it's just kind of it's a really difficult thing to make work very well. And what I mean by that is that when you're day trading, you're sitting there, you're watching the graphs, you're trying to infer based on the price motion on the chart, what the next position on the chart's going to be in essence. And the idea is to make a lot of trades and make a small amount of money on each trade, or maybe get lucky and pop one off real big sometimes. But in general, I try to stay away from that type of thing because the speed of it and the scope of it just doesn't quite work for my mind. The only thing that really
or your
works
heart,
for me
really.
strategically. Oh yeah, man, it will age you if you watch it go down for a while. I mean, and it hurt. It just absolutely is one of the most painful things. And so what I do is I hodl. I don't really do too much of that short term type of stuff, but I'm always really glad to see when a play works out for a friend, of course.
Absolutely. Are you still holding some Matic?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can pry my Matic from my cold dead fingers. You know what I mean?
There you go. I wish every trader had the same mentality and it would go up.
I think it might. Yeah. I think I don't know. A lot of the uncertainty in the market comes from that, but then there's also people hopping in and hopping out, and doing 1,000 different things for 1,000 different reasons, and no one person could ever understand all of that. I don't think, which is why we have the market in the first place, right? Its function is to determine the price of a given class or type of asset, and so. Those determinations can be unfortunate at times, a la when the price goes down. But they can also be good sometimes, when the price goes up. In my case,
absolutely.
Anyway.
So
I like to just kind of hang on and watch it. It's like riding a Bronco.
Any of your assets in your portfolio doing better than you expected right now, or are they all kind of like in a slump?
Yeah, it's the doldrums, man. I've got Cosmos, which actually should be doing very well. And actually, now that I mentioned Cosmos, I have to bring up the Gravity deck. But just
Do
for
it.
the sake of completeness, my main positions right now are Matic, Cosmos, Starnim, which is a Cosmos token that's a really small cap, high risk. I don't recommend anybody else to get into that necessarily at this early stage. Um, but I'm trying to make some magic here, and we'll see what ends up happening on that front. And then, of course, Ethereum. But okay, let's zoom into the Gravity Dex. The Gravity Dex is a decentralized exchange, so it's very different from Cosmos, or excuse me, from Coinbase. It is
Ooh.
a product of the Cosmos ecosystem, so it's not different from Cosmos necessarily. But
So you're
yeah,
saying I need to have another wallet?
Um, yes, there's a wallet called the Kepler wallet, and that lets you do exchanges between various different Cosmos chain assets, and soon between Ethereum assets and Cosmos assets, and who knows what
Ooh.
other kind of assets. The goal of the Cosmos team is to create sort of an umbrella that facilitates complete interoperability between whatever blockchain you have and whatever blockchain you want to go to.
Ooh, that sounds pretty interesting. So yeah, you're always giving me new wallets to download.
That's right. That's
Get a
right.
Kepler wallet.
Yeah, Kepler Wallet is getting a big upgrade tomorrow, in fact. So what
Yeah.
happens tomorrow is that the Osmosis zone is going live. Have you heard of
What?
Osmosis before?
No, it's the first time hearing.
Okay, so Osmosis is the name of the Cosmos Hub's automated market maker. And what Osmosis's goal is to facilitate liquidity provision. So basically, you take two tokens. For me, I think it's probably going to be, Atom and Star Name. And I'm probably going to allocate some of those assets to the Atom IOV pool. And basically, what that means is that people are going to be able to come in and swap their atoms for star name, or their star names tokens for atoms. And when they do that, the pool will collect a small fee, which is then distributed to the liquidity providers. So instead of just hodling my tokens and sitting on them forever, I can actually earn a return payable in those same tokens by putting my money to work, so to speak, and helping other investors who want to switch between the different tokens to have a source of cheap transactions and cheap liquidity to be able to do so. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very interesting. So I mean, do you see this as more of just payments platform, like, or is this going into marketplaces that I'm gonna have to use my Kepler wallet to go and do things on Web 3.0?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and if you pop up in Kepler, it's going to look a lot like MetaMask. It's basically the same type of thing. Of course, all the code underneath is different underneath the hood, because it obviously works on the Cosmos blockchain primarily, whereas MetaMask primarily works on ETH. But that being taken into account, it does a lot of the same things. It lets you switch between different types of tokens, lets you send and receive assets on the blockchain networks, and it lets you interact with smart contracts. So what we can expect to see over the probably mid to long term, well, actually, no, it's already June. I guess I should probably say over the short to mid term is more automated market maker provision. And basically what this automated market maker software is going to allow to happen is people can come in and build decentralized applications that rely on various different types of tokens. As long as there's enough liquidity, the app will just work. And so we could start seeing major operations. That's short for decentralized finance. It's kind of a whole different can of worms. But the idea is basically that with Cosmos, you're going to have benefits that you don't have on ETH, which are faster transactions, cheaper transactions, and more different options in terms of the assets that you can be exchanging between. So it's a very exciting space, and the big reason that I'm
Absolutely.
in Star Name in particular is that Star Name is about to be liquid for the first time, because you'll be able to trade for
Ooh.
atoms on any exchange that you want, because it's a major token. It's listed everywhere. And then there's all these smaller tokens like Star Name, Akash Network, Persistence, and all these different Region Network is another one. And all these different tokens are difficult to access right now. They're not listed on Coinbase. They're not listed on, some of these other exchanges. And so basically what's going to happen is it's not going to matter anymore. You'll be able to just buy your atoms, and you take your atoms to your Kepler wallet, and you can go from there easily to any other Cosmos blockchain that you want. So it opens up a lot of new options for you in terms of investments that you can make.
Dude, fascinating stuff. So let's say I want to get into Star Name. Do I have to go to Cosmos or Kepler? How do I buy it, man? Give me some deets here.
Yeah, as of tomorrow, you'll be able to go to Coinbase, purchase some atoms, send those atoms to your non-custodial Kepler wallet, and then I believe through the actual Kepler wallet user interface, exchange from there to any other Cosmos token, including Star Name, which is easy. What you currently have to do is you have to buy Ethereum. You have to go to Uniswap. You have to pay a big fee to buy a token called WIOV. That stands for wrapped IOV. So basically, these are Star Name tokens which have been wrapped onto the Ethereum blockchain, because that's where the liquidity is currently. So the idea is that you buy these WIOV tokens, you send them to using MetaMask, of course, to the Star Name bridge, and that unwraps those tokens. So it puts them back onto the native Star Name blockchain. And you can then use them to purchase Star Names. And the Star Name is like sort of the universal address that works for not only Ethereum assets, but also Cosmos assets. And it's just one address. So it's really a cool idea.
Dude, yeah, I'm excited. I'm about to get in and do that. Actually, I just became familiar with the WETH, the wrapped ETH. I was talking to David yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, funny story. David was telling me all about Axie Infinity yesterday. Have you gotten into that yet?
Such a cool game. Yeah. You can actually earn a little bit of money playing that game, and I believe it's done very, very well in a few different locales at this point now.
Right. I'm kind of excited. Although I'm gonna have to drop down $1,000 to get my characters. But if they make money for me and I'm just hanging around, I can do it from my phone, is what he was saying, which is kind of cool. And you earn like these dream potions. You earn some potion coins, and those you sell in the marketplace, or you evolve your Pokemon. I'm just gonna call them Pokemon.
Yeah, they're basically Pokemon, aren't they?
They are basically Pokemon. You can breed them.
I tried
you
to
can
get
evolve
in not
them.
too long ago,
you don't
but I didn't like the sticker price. That was my big problem with it. I think it was like something like $200 to buy the cheapest Axie, and the cheapest one's not any good.
And you need 3 of them. You need 3 of these Axie Pokemon, and so it's like $600 to just play the game. But
yeah,
the good news is they're NFTs, right? They're NFTs, and you can put them back on the marketplace and resell them and get your money back. So at least it's an investment.
That's right. Like, you're not paying someone else your $600. You're investing your $600 into these 3 characters. Yeah, that's why I'm planning to do it at some point in the nebulous future.
That's what I have to tell myself, so I can justify spending $600 on Pokemon.
That sounds right to me. That sounds exactly right to me.
But I'm excited to get in and play. I haven't done any of these, play to earn games on the blockchain, which is
you haven't
really
done
exciting.
Any of them yet, huh? Okay. No, I've been playing one called Splinterlands, and it's incredible. It's a lot like Magic the Gathering. You like buy packs of cards, and then you pick according to how much mana you have, and then you go and it's turn based. So everybody goes in order, and then at the end of the game, the last one with the monster left standing wins. So it's really important to pick like a really good team of monsters, and
That sounds
you can
exactly
combine
like
all your
Axie
cards.
Infinity, though.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, really, what it does is it allows you to create sort of these trading card games where collecting even kind of the bunk cards and then combining them together can actually turn into like a really powerful card over time if you get enough of them. I mean, it's kind of it's new, you know. I used to play tournaments with Magic the Gathering. I never got as
No,
into
you didn't.
Pokemon as you
You're
did.
such a nerd.
But, no, I actually won one once. It was amazing. It was a fun time, man. Like,
Yeah, you're such a nerd. No wonder you started a crypto business.
oh man, yeah, no nerd shaming though.
Oh, I didn't know that was a part of the deal.
Yeah, we're all crypto fiends. I guess we can nerd shame each other if we want, but we have to do it with the understanding that we're all just as nerdy as everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. So just to follow up on something we were talking about last week, you were saying you're going to move to Austin. What's the deal with that?
Well, I'm standing about 30 feet from you in your front yard, and I just finished
Looking at
moving
me,
here.
Swan.
So I would say that the operation was a success, and it feels lovely to be back here in this humidity, which we don't have up in Lubbock. That was not the deal for about the last year or so. So
I wish you brought the dry heat. It's just humid.
no, I don't say that, man. The thing about the dry heat is that the temperature actually gets hotter. You know what the hottest day up in Lubbock so far was this year?
Over 100?
Yeah, 108. That's how hot it was up there about a week ago.
God. No,
Yeah,
it's
not just
90.
melting,
I think it's been 98 this week, but right now we're walking around outside. It's like 92. It's not so bad.
I mean, you sweat. You know, I mean, it makes you sweat when you're outside. Like, there's no shame in that. Like, it's normal. That's what our bodies do to cool themselves off when we're hot. I mean, it's hot out here. It's Austin summer. It's Texas. I mean, it's beautiful, but it is. There's no bones about it. It is definitely very warm.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just looking at the clock right now. I know we said it's 20 minutes. Are we cutting it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let this one go. I think I'm a little bit frazzled today, so my apologies to the audience for not having more of a sort of coherent, sort of approach. But then again, I mean, the way the market's going, it's kind of a tough thing to analyze right now. Anyway, I'm not sure at all that I understand what's going on, and with the complex events unfolding in terms of geopolitics right now, you got the specter of inflation looming. You got Biden meeting with Putin. I mean, COVID is, apparently there's a new Delta strain from India that is that's even worse than the bug that made us all lock down last year. So there's just an unbelievable amount of stuff going on, and so far things seem to be more or less holding. I mean, it's kind of like a slow, steady kind of decline at the moment, and it seems fairly universal except for AMP. But
AMP.
the big thing in my mind, at least, is just kind of holding on for dear life. Like this type of week that we're in right now is where that acronym got its name. So hodl hard, folks.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for all the knowledge you just dropped on us here.
Thanks, bud.
Looking forward for tomorrow or Monday, actually. We're going to be back here at same time, 2:00.
Yeah. I mean, one thing about crypto is that market will turn around on a dime and go the other direction. And hopefully we'll be talking about, wow, it was a really surprising weekend and everything went up a lot. That's fantastic. Who knows, though? We'll just have to wait and see.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening in. This is going to be fun. This is our second episode, but come see us on Monday for episode 3.
Yeah, this has been EpicDylan's Crypto Chat. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.